Hi, Maria here and welcome to my channel. Today I have 6 Zara perfumes that I want to share with you, tell you my thoughts and just go over them. So before I do that, if you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so. If you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up and leave comments because it helps the channel grow. And I would like to know what Zara perfumes you've tried, which ones you enjoy, which ones you don't, if you have any recommendations for me and all that good stuff. So leave the comments down below if you've tried Zara. So yeah, let's get started. The first one that I'm going to talk about was my least favorite, and it's Deep Garden. And I just bought a little roller ball and I didn't like the rollerball thing on it, so I put it in a little decant thing. So the reason why I decided to buy this one is because it has pear, tuberose, and tonka bean. So I just thought that sounded amazing. This one doesn't really do it for me. So I don't get tons of pear. It's just a simple perfume. Now this one is an eau de parfum. And it's, I don't get pear, and I love pear, so I don't get a whole lot of pear. Definitely get the tuberose. That's the main thing. And I don't find it's overly, I don't notice the tonka either. So to me, this is just, Deep Garden is a great name for it because it's, to me, super florally. And yeah, it just wasn't my favorite. So if you like florals, you may want to check this one out because it's got decent lasting capability. Just wasn't for me. So the next scent is Zara Wonder Rose. Now the weird thing about Zara perfumes is that the names do not necessarily have anything to do with what's in them. So this has no rose at all. This one has pear, red fruits, and vanilla, and definitely I picked that up. Now the Deep Garden one said it had pear, and so I was anticipating, I like pear. This one gives me the pear that I wanted. So it's a nice, light, juicy fruit, and then it has definitely that vanilla dry down. So sweet in the dry down. This one is reminiscent to me of, the Juicy Couture perfumes. So it's kind of got that bright, delicious smell to them. You know how they're just kind of fruity and bright and sweet. This one would be up there for it. This one is reminiscent of those. So yeah, I love it. I love that pear. I love the pear. And then with that vanilla, there's a bit of that creaminess in it. And I just think it smells really good. In the dry down, you definitely get a lot of vanilla. It's not a heavy perfume. It's an eau de toilette. So, all of these have not the greatest longevity. But this one definitely projects decently for the first little while. And again, I love the pear. I love the pear. I love the vanilla. What is happening to my voice? What the heck? I literally don't know what's happened to my voice, so just ignore it for now. So, Wonder Rose, no rose in it, but still nice. The next perfume I have is Red Vanilla. Now on the website, this one says it has blackcurrant, iris, and vanilla. This is an eau de toilette as well. This one, I don't really, it's got a tart red fruit. To me, it smells more raspberry than blackcurrant. But yeah, definitely. It's a deep, kind of more sexy scent, sultry. To me, it would be a good evening perfume. For me, this one's nice enough. The raspberry is kind of like a cough syrup raspberry somehow. Not that I've ever had cough syrup raspberry, but it's got that artificial smell to it. So it's still pretty, but it's not my most favorite perfume, and I wouldn't repurchase this one for sure. The Wonder Rose, I really love that one. This one is just okay for me. Definitely has that, It definitely is warm and it's inviting, it's sexy, and so this one would be definitely a good date night scent. This one lasts pretty decently. You know, I might get about 3 hours in, and then it dries down and it's like warm vanillic, and this one lasted long on me for a skin scent. So red vanilla, yeah, it's nice. I like the raspberry. It's quite sexy, works as a date night scent. Little bit artificial on that raspberry note, but overall it's pretty good. Now the next perfume that I have is called Zara Oriental Summer. Now I was really excited about this one because I had heard that it was kind of potentially Tom Ford-esque, like not like obviously it's Zara, so it's not as high end as far as all the fancy notes and stuff, but supposedly was a little bit of that vibe. I don't necessarily get that. What I do get is a bit of, yes, a little bit of a peppery green in it. This one had neroli oil, coconut water, and brown sugar. So I definitely get the brown sugar on the dry down. So on the dry down, it just becomes a nice sweet brown sugary, like it's not like pink sugar, it's brown sugar. So it has a sugary type sweetness to it in the dry down, and you smell that right off the bat. This one is really different. It smells green to me, so I don't get, like, it's not a heavy coconut smell. So it's more of a watery, like a coconut water. So a little bit of that green is in here. In fact, it's a lot green to me somehow. Like a green coconut or coconut leaves or something. Yeah, it's okay. But for me, like when I try a perfume on, like if I put a perfume on in the morning, I want it to make me go, ah, like it just puts me in a good mood. You know what I mean? And this doesn't do it for me. This one confuses me. It's like I've tried it quite a few times. It's possible I will like this one in the heavy heat, but to me, like it's fresh, but then because of the brown sugar, it's a little too sweet to be fresh. So yeah, I'm not sure about this one. It's different. Let me know if you've tried it and whether you like this one or not. I would definitely not repurchase it. It doesn't bring me joy. Now my next one is Tobacco Collection. This is in the men's section, and it's Rich Warm Addictive. And this was my first Zara perfume actually. And I heard Demi Rawling talk about this one, and she just made it sound absolutely delicious. And so I got it in the winter time. This one I highly, highly recommend. This one is so delicious. It's coconutty. I get the coconut. I don't get a whole lot of tobacco, but it smells like boozy, rummy-ish coconut. It's just sexy. This one's delicious. This one, I would say, is more of a winter scent or a summer evening scent. So this one is amazing. Like this one, I think everybody should have it in their collection. To me, although it's in the men's section, it leans a lot more feminine. But yeah, that coconutty, boozy goodness, like it's sexy, it's awesome. And yeah, definitely boozy coconut, warm, vanillic, creamy. It's awesome. So I really highly recommend this one. And this one lasts a decent amount of time. None of these are fantastic lasters, but this one is so good, so delicious, so like that boozy, it's awesome. Now the last two perfumes I love both of them, and they were such an amazing deal. So the first one is Zara Yellow Sun, and the other one is Zara Lilypad. Now these are 90 mils, they're eau de toilettes again, but they were $11.90 for all of this perfume. So that's a pretty good deal, especially here in Canada. And I love both of them. So let's talk about Yellow Sun first. So this one is just so cheery and happy. You just, yeah, it's so nice. Now this one's quite sweet and very pear heavy. This one has apple, apricot, and coconut. And I definitely smell the apple in it. In fact, it's a little apple juicy. I don't smell the coconut. Tell me if you've tried this one, if you smelt the coconut. But it just smells fruity and cheery and bright. Like it's super bright. So for whatever reason, when I smelt this one, it reminded me instantly of, I think, Clinique Happy or Elizabeth Arden Sunflowers. Like those were the first two perfumes that popped into my head, and I have no idea why, because I haven't smelt those in ages. I don't know if the notes are similar, but it kind of it evoked that same feeling in me. So I really like this one. This one, it's sweet without being cloying in any way. So to me, this is a great perfume for a hot summer day. Even if you're wanting to smell super fruity, you could definitely overspray this one and it's not gonna like choke anyone out. Smells like kind of mouth-wateringly delicious. It's sweet but a little bit tart. Yeah, definitely a little bit tart. I definitely get the apple more than anything in this one. I don't get any coconut. Maybe I'm just whatever, but I get apple, like a sweet apple, not a tart apple, like not a green Granny Smith apple. But yeah, just a nice sweet apple. Maybe the apricot helps warm up the scent. But yeah, I just think this one's really pretty. So I highly recommend this one. If you can get your hands on it. I noticed on the Zara website, they're all of a sudden gone. So maybe they're in other parts of the world, but on my website, they seem to be missing now. Now, on to the last one, Zara Lilypad. This one I love as well, so much. This one has red fruits, lily, and praline. This one is a gourmand to me. It's super deliciously sweet. That praline, you notice that praline right away. I get a bit of the fruit. I don't notice the lily, but I'm thinking maybe it gives it a little bit of a powdery vibe. So this one just smells like a tasty baked good to me. Yeah, it like that praline, like my mouth waters smelling it. And my son, who doesn't like many of my perfumes, thinks this one smells amazing. So I just love it. Yeah, it's got that delicious praline-y, creamy baked good vibe. I don't notice a whole lot of fruit, but maybe the fruit kind of brings it up a bit so it doesn't get like cloying or sickeningly sweet. This one to me is a really great evening scent. Yeah, it's like a date night delicious edible scent. It's awesome. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. Like seriously, out of all of them, this one is just yummy smelling. I love it. And so like when I think of gourmands, a lot of times I find them too heavy for summer. This is a perfect gourmand for summer because it's not thick, it's not heavy, it's light and airy, but delicious tastiness. Okay, so that's it. I would say my favorites would be Rich, Warm, and Addictive. That's my number one. Both Sun and Lilypad, delicious. These are both more gourmandy, sexy fragrances. This one's a super sunny, happy one. I love Wonder Rose as well. So these four definitely loves. Definitely would repurchase them. These other three, not so much. This one, The Deep Garden, not really for me. This one is okay, but I wouldn't repurchase it for sure. Those are my little Zara perfume situations. Tell me which ones you've tried, which ones you recommend me try next. If you have any questions about them, you know, leave them down below. Let me know what you think. So pretty. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.